Well, thank you very much, Long Meadow School, for sending in your questions. We very much appreciate it. We've had a discussion about them and we'll do our very best to answer them. So first of all though, just to remind you of our names. So my name is Mr Davis, I'm Assistant Head Teacher and I look after Transfer and Transition.
And I'm Mr Holmwood, I'm Head Teacher.
I'm Miss Argson, I'm your Progress Leader.
And I'm Miss Element, Head of Year 7.
Great, so first of all, we have sent letters to your parents, a couple of letters telling you about our website and our Transfer and Transition page on that website. And there's lots of resources on there to help you. There's an introduction video, there's videos by students telling you about different aspects of life at Shenybrook End School. There's a welcome booklet for students as well as a welcome booklet for parents. So please make sure that you take a little bit of time to look through those and read through those, ideally with your parents or your carers, because they actually answer a lot of the questions that we've got on here. But what we'll also do is we'll go through and answer some of these to help you out as well. I'm going to hand over to Mr Holmwood now, who's going to talk about, I suppose, what's going to be different in September, not just for you, but for all our students here at Shenybrook End School.
Thank you, Mr Davis. So, welcome. Thanks very much for watching. As you know, we've not been in our normal time, have we? And school's been a very different thing for the last 4 months. And although I'm really pleased that everybody can come back to school in September, we have to do that in a different way than usual to keep everybody safe. Now, your parents will have had a letter from me explaining all of this, but I'm just going to let you know that you will come to school on Thursday the 3rd of September and you'll come in as a year group for that one day. The sixth form will be in that day, but they'll be in another part of the building. And so you'll be the only year group from the lower part of the school that will be in that day. So you can take the time to find your way around, to get to know the people that you need to get to know, and to make sure that you're ready for the following week. Because you come in on Thursday the 3rd of September for one day, and then because all the other year groups are coming back gradually to get used to how everything's going to be, your proper start date, from which you then carry on coming in every day, will be Tuesday the 8th of September. So that Thursday the 3rd of September is a bit of a transition day, a bit of a get-to-know-you day, and then on the Tuesday the 8th of September you start coming in to school. Now we're having to keep year groups separate around the school building, and one of the guidelines that we've been given is to organise the day around what's called a staggered start. Doesn't mean you have to walk funny, it just means that you come in at different times from other year groups. Now we're going to be asking you to come in at 8:20 and we're going to be asking you to come through the gate, ideally, that is opposite the Oak Tree Centre on Shenybrook End. If you live over at Tattenham or Westcroft and you want to come in for the other end of the building, that's fine, you just have to walk around the back of the school building where the field is to get to the hardcore area that is at the end of what we call phase 4. And you're going to wait there with your year group, and teachers will come and will help you then to get into the building. When you do come into the building, one of the things that will be organised is that you wash your hands as you come in. And then you're going to spend a lot of time with your form tutor on the first day that you come in, and then when you get to your timetable, you'll start spending quite a lot of time with your form tutor group. Because we need to reduce the amount of movement around the building, you're going to be in a few areas for quite some time with your tutor group, with teachers changing and coming to you. And that's our way of making sure everyone can stay safe. Now, you start slightly earlier at 8:20 coming into school. Normally, you'd start coming in at about 8:25 and the school bell will go at 8:35. But the good news is, or you probably think it's good news, is you get to leave a bit earlier as well. So Year 7 will leave at 2:20 in the afternoon. So your school day in September is from 8:20 to 2:20. They're things that are going to be different for you. And when you come in, we'll talk to you about other things that will be slightly different. But for now, I think that's the key message that you need to hear. Where you need to be, when, and how you're going to be safe around the building. I think I'm just going to add one more thing while I think about it, because you'll probably be thinking, what am I meant to be wearing? Well, we're looking forward to seeing you as Shenley End School students in your Shenley End School uniform. And you'll be wearing that uniform every day, apart from days when you have PE, where we're going to say it's fine for you to come in your Shenley End School PE kit. And the reason for that is then we haven't got to organise changing facilities for you. And that's another part of keeping you safe. So I hope that all makes sense, and look forward to hearing the other answers to the questions that you have.
So a couple of the questions that we've got here that I'm hoping to be able to answer for you. So how many children are each form? So we have 30 children in every single form group, and we have 10 form groups in total. The next question was, when we get to SBE, will everyone in our form have the same timetable? Well, as you'll have heard from Mr. Holmwood, the reality is yes, actually, in the first little while, your form groups will have all of their lessons together, and then hopefully within time we'll look at evolving the timetable so that you can have, say, your maths, English and science lessons with a different group of people. Your form groups are mixed ability and mixed gender, and you'll have 6 lessons in the school day, which might look a little bit different in September.
So one of the questions is, how long are detentions? Now, let's look at it as not negative, let's look at the positive way. Think about all those positive things that you can bring to Shenley End School and how you can make sure your day goes well. If, thinking about what, you're doing before you actually do it, speak to the teachers, and that way you won't have any detentions. We're looking at the positive way. You only come in with the negatives and you get the detentions if you keep thinking the negative way. So actually turn it around in a positive. What can I do to do my best? And how many lessons will you have in a day? Oh, you've already answered that one, haven't you? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's me jumping the queue, sorry. Thank you.
So thank you very much for your questions, we really appreciate it. Again, we look forward to seeing you September, and as I said earlier, please take the time to look at the school website and transition resources. They're there to help you. Sit down with your parent, your carer, and go through them and read through them. And yeah, have a great summer. Take care of yourself.